235. I've lost 110 pounds in 10 months. All because of Carnivore. And if I can do it, you can do it. I promise. Howdy guys. Welcome to Keeping It Frank. So today we're going to go over how I have managed to do 10 months Carnivore. Starting at 345 and I am now down to 235 today. That's once again 110 pounds lost within the last 10 months. My goal is 220 still today. So that's I still have about 15 more pounds to go. And so I started this back at the end of August. 220 was my goal from day one. And August is only a couple months away. So two things are going to happen in August. Actually three things. Hopefully, we'll see. But two things for sure. In August, I'll be celebrating both my 1 year Carnivore anniversary. Also, by the end of that month, be celebrating the Earth rotating around the sun 42 times since I've been born. And also, I hope to be celebrating hitting my goal of 220. So on Facebook, there's a Carnivore site. There's a few of them, and I'm a part of a couple of them actually. But I post my results on there every month, just the same as I would these YouTube videos. And I get a lot of questions, a lot of feedback, a lot of compliments and stuff like that. As a matter of fact, those are pretty good pages to be on if you want to be held accountable and have some motivation. That'd be one thing I would suggest. Try to be a part of one of those groups. And at the end of every month, upload some result photos. But I get asked a lot of questions, and there are a lot of just repeat questions, and I do try to answer everybody. But at one point, I made my last video. People kept asking me, what I was eating. So I just made a video, just kind of display exactly what I was eating. People, I think they just want a good idea of what, they should expect. And the results that I've had, what foods brought me to that. So I went ahead and made that video. But today I want to go over some of these other questions. And I did go through the Facebook and just highlight all the questions, not the repeated ones, but a majority of them. But then I found that I had an instant message of an old high school buddy of mine, and he asked a question that pretty much summed all the other questions up. So you'll have to excuse me. I'm going to have to read it because I took my time and wrote this out to him. So I'm going to read it to you guys, and hopefully it answers most of the questions that you may have when you come to the terms of trying the Carnivore way of eating. So he asked, "Hey man, can I bother you to give me the lowdown on a Carnivore diet? What do you eat? What's the cost? And how much do you like it? How much do you dislike it? Any tips?" So I wrote him back, and I put, so as far as what I eat, it comes down to anything animal-based. Meat, any meat. Red meats are the most nutrient-dense. You want to eat a lot of fat. You can eat dairy, but I would use it sparingly. Hardest part is quitting sugar and carbs. They are highly addictive. You will go through withdrawals, and in a few weeks, you should be over the addictions. Some people it takes longer, but I was around a few weeks myself. Cost. It may look more expensive up front, but you will actually be spending less money. First, eggs and bacon are pretty cheap. Steaks are expensive, but they become a whole meal. The thing is, you will naturally start eating less. You will no longer be buying a whole bunch of groceries that will go bad in the fridge. If you buy 3 steaks, you will eat 3 steaks. You also won't be using the restroom nearly as often. You won't have gas. If you take heartburn medications, you will, in less than a few weeks, no longer need to buy it. You will no longer need to buy most, if not all, medicines after a while. You don't buy any supplements, no vitamins. You probably won't even need conditioner for your hair. You will save a lot of money the longer you do this. So, do I like this way of eating? God, yes. This has been an absolute cheat code to health. There is literally nothing I dislike about it. I get to eat anytime I'm ready and as much as I want. I don't have to count calories, I just eat meat. After I got over my addictions, this just became a way of life. After a few weeks, there was really no effort to be made. The downside is just starting, going through the withdrawals, getting diarrhea or constipation and a keto flu. Now, everyone gets these in the beginning, but I did. Just hang in there and it will all be over soon. Tip number 1, you've got to understand that plants and seed oil, grains, fiber, sugar, and the processed foods are horrible for you, literally killing you. Tough pill to swallow, but it's true. And tip number 2, don't think of this as a way to lose weight. Think of this as a way to get healthy. I really mean that. Expect to get the keto flu. It may feel like the diet is hurting you in the beginning. Trust me, it's just part of the process. Your body has to adjust. You will notice a lot of health benefits very quickly. It's because your body will rid itself of swelling and water weight. Expect to pee a lot at first. Your first month, you will lose mostly water weight and swelling, but that's when you start to get to the good stuff. Be patient, measure everything, including your body weight, once a month on the same day every month. Only go by these measurements. If you have to, you can jump on the scale daily, but it will let you down almost every time. So just month to month, get your waist, arms, thighs, everything. Most important, eat. Eat every time you're hungry and until you're full, or at least at first. And at first, it may be a lot, don't worry. Your body is craving the nutrients you're giving it. At some point, and it could be a month, could be a few months, could be a few weeks, your body will not demand the food load that you're giving it. Eating until you're full will also keep addictions at bay, which is important. Don't start fasting until you are completely over your addictions. Even then, just let it come naturally, because it will. You may burn out on foods, but just keep with it. That will all change. Do whatever it takes to stay on carnivore. Use seasoning and sauces if needed. You can wean yourself off of them later. Just focus on the battle at hand. After you do this for a while, you can try dairy and see if your body can handle it. I will also have a Dr. Pepper Zero from time to time. I'll overall stay away from anything that will kick me out of ketosis. Electrolytes and minerals are a must, especially at the beginning. You will feel drained as your body is switching from carbs to protein for energy. Also, you may have number 2 problems until your gut flora adjusts correctly. Just stick with it and trust the process no matter what. And finally, the reason why you get healthy and lose weight without calorie restrictions is simple. Your body likes to store fat when insulin levels rise. Sugar and carbs raise your insulin. Most people keep them raised at all times. This is why there's so many health problems like diabetes. Our body was designed for meat, not vegetables. We don't have the stomachs that can break down vegetables like plant-eating animals. As a result, our body can't absorb most of the nutrients that vegetables contain. This is why vegans have to take supplements and yet still get sicker the longer they do it. Vegetables also contain anti-nutrients. They also contain doses of toxins. These toxins are a self-defense to help keep them from being eaten. Also, the chemicals sprayed on vegetables are absorbed and can't be washed out. This all builds up in your body over time. Just remember, people have allergic reactions to plants, not red meat. Fatty red meat is the most nutrient-dense food you can eat. It not only has everything your body needs, but it also is all absorbed. The proteins quickly rebuild your body and brain. And then I added, there's so much more to this. I had recommended that he watch YouTube videos on it, as many as he possibly could stomach, and I had highly suggested Dr. Ken Berry, who is actually one of my favorites. And that's really it, guys. The question he asked pretty much covered probably 80% of the questions that I generally do get asked. And I gave him as thorough of an answer as I'm capable of giving. There's a lot more to this, and it's way more complicated than that, but that's really the meat and potatoes of it for me, at least. This is how I see it. I do have other questions that get asked, like my workout routine, my age, if I'm a Viking. Um, and I'm 42. That should have been obvious from the beginning of the video, but if not, yeah, unfortunately, I'm getting up there. And as far as my workout routine goes, I don't do anything special, and I'm not consistent. I don't have the schedule available to me to actually make it consistent right now. Hopefully, in the near future, that will change. I do know that I've had months where I could go pretty consistently, and I would bulk out really, really quick. So I, sorry, I'm pretty excited to see what would become of me being a gym rat. But as of right now, like this month, I probably went maybe 3 times this whole month, and that's really it. I work outside. I have been working outside for the last couple months. So I'm outside just breaking a sweat all day long. I'm also getting a lot of sun, like a lot of sun. As a matter of fact, I at one point hadn't gotten so much sun. I was pretty convinced I was sunburnt, and I thought I would be sunburnt really bad because when I got home that night I was beet red. But it never turned into anything. Um, I've been pretty blown away. This is the first time in my life that I didn't receive a sunburn um, being out in the sun like I have been. And that's it, guys. Um, I hope I have helped persuade some of you to check out this carnivore lifestyle. And I hope the ones that are doing it have found some motivation to keep pushing forward. Thank you for watching. Hugs and kisses. Bye, guys.